Yeah. Okay. See some more applications related to Ampere circuital law. Anyhow, in the last class we have covered some applications of Ampere circuital law, that is solenoid and toroid. And we know solenoid, nothing but a device which is used to produce a uniform magnetic field. And of course, we derived a formula, that is B is equal to mu naught Ni by 2 sin alpha plus sin beta. So used for entrance point of view. And in NCERT level, we have B is equal to mu naught Ni. Of course, by substituting alpha beta, we are going to get B is equal to mu naught Ni formula. Okay. And see, and toroid also covered, and few applications are left. That is, we have to find magnetic field due to hollow cylindrical infinite wire, and of course solid cylindrical wire also there. Now I am going to continue hollow cylindrical infinite wire and solid cylindrical infinite wire. See, in the last class we have done some three-dimensional questions. Okay, 3D diagrams. Okay, so in a 3D diagram you try to identify the direction. Okay, magnitude anyhow we can find easily, but identifying direction is important. Identify the loop is in which plane and the field is in which direction. Based on that you can take I cap, J cap and K cap. Now see this one, field due to hollow cylindrical infinite wire. So let us consider this is the cylindrical wire of infinite length. So this is the cylindrical wire of infinity length and which carries current I. Let us consider R is the radius of the cylindrical wire, I is the current, and J is the current density. You know current density nothing but current per unit area. Okay, I by A. Okay, and see, our target is to find out field due to this wire. This is like some applications which are covered in Gauss law, means you covered Gauss law applications. So in electrostatics, electric field due to solid sphere, hollow sphere, all the things which we covered already in electrostatics. And by using those equations, we drawn graph between electric field intensity with respect to the distance. Once the distance is changes, we got E proportional to somewhere R, somewhere inversely proportional to R, somewhere constant. Based on that, we have drawn a graph. Here also let me plot a graph. So to plot a graph, now let me choose a case 1. If some distance, means I am going to find a certain distance. Let me find at this distance. So from center, this is R. Okay. So if R greater than R, then let us see how the magnetic field is changes. So to find the magnetic field at this point, definitely we have to draw an Amperian loop. In electrostatics, we imagined a loop called as Gaussian surface. Now here, you imagine a loop that is called as Amperian loop, because Ampere's law is applicable for closed surfaces. And you know that is B dot dl, which is equivalent to mu naught times of net current enclosed by loop. Okay, so Ampere's law is like a Gauss law in electrostatics. So imagine an Amperian loop. See, this is the Amperian loop whose radius is R. Okay, whose radius is R. If R is greater than R, then B at this point, we can write it as, otherwise from Ampere circuital law, B dot dl, which is equal to mu naught I. Current enclosed by this loop is only I. Okay, only this region current is there. So I enclosed. So B dl Okay, angle between B and DL is 0. So B DL is DL. Okay, if we take a small elemental part, that DL is into the board, B also into the board. So B DL parallel due to symmetry. So these are known things. So angle between B and DL is 0. They are parallel. So mu not I enclosed. So nothing but only I. So B, this is 2 pi r. Okay, 2 pi r, length L. So 2 pi r mu naught, this can be written as J into A. I is equals to J into A. This is B 2 pi r mu naught J. This is pi r square. Pi r square. Okay. So we can get B is mu naught, pi gets cancelled. So J r square by 2r. Okay, pi gets cancelled, 2r. So this is the magnetic field outside of cylindrical infinite wire. So B outside is varies inversely with respect to distance. Okay, J is a constant. R, radius of the cylindrical wire, is also constant. So B outside is varies with respect to the distance. And B on surface. Okay, B on surface, nothing but smaller. If point P is taken here, smaller is balanced by capital R. So B on surface is J r square by 2 capital R. Because smaller I replace with a capital R. Otherwise capital R you replace with a small r. So B on is a constant, mu naught J r by 2. If this r is taken inside, okay, r is taken inside. So if I take this point P inside, see, this is the hollow cylindrical wire. If I take a point P inside, just you imagine an Amperian loop whose radius is r. This Amperian loop does not encloses any current. There are no currents. This is like a spherical shell. Inside the spherical shell, electric field intensity is 0, because if you draw any Gaussian surface inside the spherical shell, that Gaussian surface does not encloses any charges. So field is 0. Here also field is 0 because this Amperian loop does not encloses any current. So B inside is 0. Now B outside we got it, inside and on. Just by using this data, plot a graph. Okay. Now let me plot a graph. B with respect to distance. So inside, this is inside and this is on, nothing but R is equal to R. Outside is B inversely proportional to R. Okay. So this is the graph. Take this and let me continue. Solid cylindrical wire. So easy if you covered already same things in electrostatics. Otherwise practice like this. Now let me continue. Solid cylindrical wire. B due to solid cylindrical infinite wire. Solid wire. Okay, solid cylindrical infinite wire. See, again the same thing I am going to follow. See, this is the solid wire, solid cylindrical wire, which is carrying current I. Okay, solid wire, solid cylindrical wire carries current I and current density is J. no doubt this is equivalent to I by A, and take capital R is the radius. Okay. Now, if R is less than R, okay, you can start with R greater than R less than R, that's not a problem. Now let me find R less than R. Let us take a point P which is less than R. Yeah, earlier current enclosed by this loop is 0, but here there will be some current. Okay, there will be some current. So this is something I dash. And here there will be a magnetic field. So again, from Ampere's circuital law, integration of B dot dl, of course vectors, mu naught I enclosed. So this is B dl cos 0. Due to symmetry, dl direction, B direction are same. So angle between Bi and dl is 0. So this is integration of dl nothing but 2 pi r and mu naught j a. Okay, so B 2 pi r mu naught j, area of this loop, area occupied by this region, pi r square. Okay, pi r square. So r pi gets cancelled. B, this is inside. R less than R means what? Inside, which is equivalent to mu naught j r by 2. See, B inside, which is varies with respect to distance. So B inside proportional to R. In a previous case, inside is 0 because the Amperian loop does not enclose any current. But here B inside is proportional to R, directly proportional. And let me find if R greater than R, if the point P is outside. Okay, if the point P somewhere, let me draw here. So DL direction, B direction is parallel. If R is greater than R, then integration of B dot dl mu naught I, because this loop encloses only current I whose radius is R. So B into 2 pi r mu naught j into A. So B into 2 pi r mu naught j A, area enclosed by this region means in this loop current is there in a radius of only capital R. Okay, then pi capital R square. Don't write small r square. If you write small r square, then there is no difference between inside and outside. So area enclosed by this region means current will be there only in this region. Of course, this is the size of the Amperian loop, but current is there up to this region. So current density is J. Area occupied by that current is pi r square. So B, we can write it as mu naught j r square by 2r. So B outside is proportional to again r. If it is on surface small r, just you replace with capital R. So on surface j r square by 2 capital R. So on surface is constant mu naught j r by 2. Again, I got three equations, three values: inside, outside, on. Inside, outside, on. Again, you plot a graph. So this is B and distance. Inside is directly proportional. B proportional to R. This is on. Okay, this is inside. B proportional to R, inside. On surface is constant. Outside is again varies with respect to R. Yeah, these are the graphs. So graphs are important for all type of entrances, maybe NEET or maybe JEE, maybe any other exam. So practice the graphs. Same graphs are there in first year gravitation chapter. Okay, and here also in electrostatics is there, and here also there. Okay, so practice the graphs and take this. Okay, now let me continue one problem which is based on Ampere's circuit law. Some easy problems also there. Okay, they will give current, and in Amperian loop they ask you to find field. So try to solve easy problems from NCERT or from any other book. Now let me solve some good level of question. Okay, let me give the question. So try to solve this one. Consider a coaxial cable which consists of an inner wire of radius small a surrounded by an outer shell of inner and outer radii B, C respectively. The inner wire carries an electric current I0 and outer shell carries an equal current in opposite direction. Then find magnetic field at a distance x from the axis where x less than a, they given some 4 points, x is less than a and a less than x less than b and b less than x less than c and x greater than c. Assume current density is uniform in the inner wire and also outer shell. So read the question. I am drawing one diagram now, given diagram. Yeah, this is the given diagram. Now they given 4 questions here. Okay, so this is the coaxial cable which consists of inner wire carries current I0 and this is going to be surrounded by outer shell whose inner radius is B, outer radius is C they given, and this also carries current I0 in opposite direction. If this is inward current, or suppose if this is inward current, this must be outward current. If this is outward, other one must be inward current. Okay, so any one direction. If one is inward, other one is outward. But these two currents are opposite. Okay, now see the question. Target is to find out magnetic field due to this wire. First one, H. First one they given X less than A. So let us find this one. X less than A. So this is also possible by using Ampere's circuit law. To find field at X less than A, you draw an Amperian loop. You draw an Amperian loop. Now let me take this one. Okay, because no need of this one. Just X which is less than A. X is inside of this wire. So let me draw only inner wire. This is inner wire. Inner wire, this is carrying current I0. Inner wire carrying current I0. And this radius is given A. But target is to find out field at X less than A. So draw an Amperian loop. See, this is an Amperian loop. This is the X. Let me find field at this point. Okay, if I take B and DL, of course those are in the same direction. Angle between B DL will be 0. So you will get B DL and DL nothing but circumference. You will get the answer. Here this is X less than R. See, entire wire contains current I naught, but this loop contains some current I dash, where I dash is the current enclosed by Amperian loop. See, this is an Amperian loop. Our target is to find out field at this point. So target is to find out field at this point. And see the I dash. I dash is the current enclosed by Amperian loop. For I naught current, the area occupied by the I naught current is pi a square. And area occupied by this I dash current is pi x square. We can write I dash value, how much I dash is there in that Amperian loop directly. Otherwise, just for understanding point of view, for I naught, the area region I am taking pi a square. I naught nothing but this entire region contains current I naught. I dash, only the area region is pi x square. So do the cross multiplication, you will get easily. Otherwise, we can write directly I naught. So if I do cross multiplication, I naught pi x square, I dash pi a square. So I dash is the current enclosed by the Amperian loop. So I dash is equal to x square by a square I naught. Of course, this we can write directly. If these two are same, current will be same. If x and a are same, current is same. But current enclosed by the Amperian loop is x square by a square I naught. So from Ampere's circuital law, integration of B dot dl, which is equivalent to mu naught I enclosed. So this can be written as B dl nothing but 2 pi x. dl is L nothing but circumference, 2 pi x mu naught I dash. What is I dash? X square by a square I naught. Of course, we can write in terms of J also. So just use strike of x. So B is equal to mu naught I naught x by 2 pi a square. So this is the magnetic field inside the first wire. Okay, at a distance x less than a. Mu naught I naught x by 2 pi a square. Okay, we can write this current directly, but I am taking the area region. Okay, if I cross multiply, I will get direct answers. Otherwise, you expect directly how much is there here. Okay, now see the second in this. See the second question. See the second one. The second one is A less than x less than b is the given condition. X is in between AB. X is in between A and B. So X is in between A and B means here just you draw an Amperian loop like this. Only this one. This is X. Here target is to find, means magnetic field is to be calculated. So X is less than B, of course it is greater than A. So this region, only this region, this dotted region encloses I naught current. This region encloses I naught current. Only this current is there. Okay, if it is inside, just you can take into the mark. Okay. So here integration of B dot dl, which is equal to I dash. So B dot dl, which is equal to mu naught I dash. What is I dash here? I naught. I dash nothing but this region, this Amperian loop encloses only I naught current. So mu naught I naught. So integration of B dot dl is B into 2 pi x. mu naught I naught. So you will get regular answer mu naught I naught by 2 pi x is the required answer if A less than x less than B. So this is easy. Mu naught I naught by 2 pi x. Now let us go for the third condition. So in third condition, identify the how much current is there in that Amperian loop. Okay. So second one is easy, but see the third condition. Third one is, what is third one? Third one, B less than X less than C. So X is in between B and C. So from here to here, if O is the center, this is B and this is C. X value lies in between C and B. So lies in between C and B means this is I naught. Let me take here, anywhere, okay. This is X. So draw an Amperian loop. Just you draw an Amperian loop by taking X as the radius. Okay, let us take this is the point P. At this point we need to find field. See, this shell contains I naught current, but we need only this region current, only this region. Let us consider, let I dash is the current in the outer shell enclosed by only this loop. I dash is the current in the outer shell. I dash is the current in the outer shell. Okay, outer shell with this within this Amperian loop. Outer shell within the Amperian loop. Only this loop. Only this I am calculating. I am not adding and subtracting this one. Just let me find how much current is there in this region. If it is a complete shell, I naught is the current. But how much is there here in this region? This region. Let me find that I dash first. Okay, for outer shell, current is I naught. Let me write the area region. Outer shell area region is, we can write pi c square minus pi b square. Outer shell, outer radius is C, inner radius is B. So this is I naught of the outer shell, only outer. And I dash is the current in this region for outer shell. So we can write the area of that region is pi x square minus pi b square. Pi x square minus pi b square. Just I am comparing the areas, then I am getting I dash. That I dash is the current in this region, but not complete by the Amperian loop. Amperian loop contains this current and this current. Of course, these two are equal and opposite. Okay. So do the cross multiplications. I dash pi c square minus b square, which is equivalent to I naught pi x square minus b square. So what is I dash? I dash is x square minus b square c square minus b square I naught. But see, this is the current in the outer shell within the Amperian loop. Current in the outer shell within the Amperian loop. But this is not the net current inside the Amperian loop. Now the current enclosed in an Amperian loop is I enclosed in an Amperian loop is, one is in, other one is out. Okay, these are not same currents. If they are in the same direction, you can add I naught and this current. But if this is into the board, this is out of the board. These are opposite currents. So you can go for subtraction. Okay, so I naught, okay, take the magnitude. If anything negative will come. So I naught minus I naught, one is in, one is out. So I am subtracting these two. I naught minus I dash. I naught minus I dash is the current enclosed by the Amperian loop. Okay, so I naught minus I dash is the current enclosed by the Amperian loop. Let me find I enclosed I naught minus I dash. What is I dash? X square, B square, C square, B square, I naught. So if I take I naught common, C square, B square, X square, B square, C square, B square. Now I enclosed is C, we can write directly this one, C square, X square, C square, B square into I naught. We can expect directly from the first equation. So C square minus X square by C square minus B square into I naught. And see, from Ampere circuital law, B dot dl is equals to mu naught I enclosed. This can be written as B into 2 pi x mu naught. What is I enclosed? C square, X square, C square, B square, I naught. Now field mu naught I naught by 2 pi x C square, X square, C square, B square is the required answer. So answer is mu naught I naught by 2 pi x C square minus X square by C square minus B square. And see the last condition. Let me write here only. Last condition is x greater than C. So you draw Amperian loop like this. If I draw the Amperian loop outside, this loop current contains one inward current and one outward current. One inward, one outward. If it is 2 ampere, this is also 2 ampere but outward. So if you draw Amperian loop outside of the C, current enclosed is 0. So B dot dl is equals to 0. Field at x greater than C is 0. Okay. Take this. Okay. Now let me continue one problem, that is a cavity problem. Yeah. See, one more good question, cavity problem. So generally these cavity problems are most important for JEE, of course NEET and JEE mains and advanced level also. So practice cavity problems from each and every chapter. It means in some chapters some cavity problems are there. In first year gravitation chapter, cavity questions are there. Of course in center of mass and in rotatory motion, in second year electrostatics and in this chapter. So practice these cavity problems. Okay. So let us give one question. Within that question, let me find out field at different points. So in one question, let me cover 2 to 3 varieties. Okay. And remaining problems you can solve from any type of book. So take this as a origin for a cavity problem. Yeah. See the question. A cylinder of radius capital R1 have cylindrical cavity of radius R2 as shown in figure and have current density J downwards. Find magnetic field when small r greater than capital R1 on x-axis towards right. And second question, small r less than R1 on x-axis towards left as shown in figure. Third, when point is in cavity as shown in figure. So they given the diagrams. By using the diagrams, let me find magnetic field due to cylinder, okay, of radius R1. So read the question at least twice. Yeah. See the first one. So I'm going to cover 3 questions in this one, 3 different varieties in this cavity problem. Let me start with first one. First one is given small r greater than R1, and of course they given on x-axis towards right. They mention these things. Okay, so on x-axis towards right. Okay, let me draw the diagram. See, this is the cylindrical wire. The given current is inward, whose radius is mentioned, whose radius is given R1, and they cut this part cavity. Whose radius is R2, the gap between these two. Let us suppose this is O and this is O dash. This gap is L. They given this L also. Okay, if they given some 2 meter, 3 meter, you substitute the value. So angle distance between these 2 points is given L. Now R is greater than R1 on x-axis towards right. Let me take here. Let me find out field at this point P at a distance of R, which is greater than R1. Target is to find out at this point. See, one is inward current, other one is this is nothing, is outward current. So this diagram we can replace with 2 diagrams. One is a full cylinder minus this cylinder of radius R2. Okay, so this is nothing but outward current indirectly. Okay, nothing is there means outward current. Due to this, one field is into the board. Due to this, some field is out of the board. Okay, so here due to this, if I calculate, then I will get some B1 value. Okay, so this is the inward current. Okay, this is the inward current. Field is downward, and due to this is outward, means upward. So B1, B2, they are in opposite directions. Otherwise, you replace this diagram with 2 diagrams. One is full cylinder, whose radius is R1, minus small cylinder of radius is R2. Then subtract these 2, you will get the net magnetic field. Okay, but I am going to do directly B resultant, which is equivalent to B1 minus B2. Okay, B1 minus B2. So what is B? This is mu naught I by 2 pi r. Of course, that is possible by Ampere's law. B dot dl is equal to mu naught I. B dot dl nothing but B 2 pi r is equal to mu naught I. So B is equal to, again, due to long straight wire directly. So mu naught I by 2 pi r. So here B1 due to this one, mu naught I by 2 pi, this distance at this point we are finding 2 pi r minus, of course, this I. What is this I? J into A. What is A? J A. Current density is J. J is equal to I into A. I into pi R1 square is for this. For this, I into pi R2 square. Okay, pi R2 square by R minus, for a smaller one, for this part, mu naught I. What is I? J R2 square by 2 pi gap. From here to here gap is, from here to here is R and here is L. So this gap R minus L. R minus L. Now, if I take some equal terms outside, mu naught J by 2 pi, if I take outside, R1 square by small r, R2 square by R minus L. If they given R1 value, R2 value, and at what distance if they ask to find, if they given this distance, just substitute, you will get the answer. So this is the magnetic field at a point P. Okay, first one. Now, see the second. What is the second? R is less than or towards the left, on x-axis towards the left. Next one, towards left. R is less than R1. See the second one. Okay. R is less than R1 on x-axis towards left as shown in figure. So diagram they given. Let me draw the diagram. So again I am going to draw the diagram. See, they given this diagram. They given here this point, almost closer. This is O dash, L, and we need to find out at this point. At this point, they given this diagram. At this, if they ask it here, you can use the correct values, correct distances. So at this means almost small r is equivalent to R1. So at this point, again the next field B1 minus B2, of course vector. So B is equals to mu naught I. So mu naught I, what is I? Due to this, of course inward current. I due to this is J is equals to I into A, I into pi R1 square. Okay, pi R1 square. So mu naught I means J pi R1 square at this distance 2 pi R. I am writing the same 2 pi R. Again minus mu naught J pi R2 square 2 pi cap from here to here R plus L. But what is R? Almost closer. According to the given diagram, this R and R1 are closer. So you can write this one. R1 are very closer. So you can subtract one R1. Okay. Otherwise you write R1 as a B is equal to mu naught J R square 2 pi R pi R cancelled minus mu naught J R2 square 2 R plus L. See the previous value also, pi values and all the values you verify small calculations. Okay. So if I miss anywhere some pi's or anywhere, just you verify just you cross check it. Okay, this pi that we can cancel it. Okay, if I do somewhere anywhere I missed pi or something, you verify the calculation. Here you concentrate on process, how I am extending. So if you solve this, mu naught, if I take J outside by 2, one is only small r is remaining, R mu naught J is taken outside, R2 square 2 is taken outside, R plus L. So if you substitute the values, means if they given the values, you will get B answer. Okay. So in previous also you just verify pi values in a previous sections. Okay. Just B1 minus B2. One is in, one is out. B1 minus B2. Actual direction is B1 is. If you take here, okay. So due to this upward, due to this downwards, again B1 minus B2. Okay. See, third one is the most important. Yeah, third one based on some geometry. So listen carefully. Third one. First two are nothing, easy. First two just you find B1 value. if they given current density, just change that I as a j into a. If anywhere pi pi are there, you can cancel it. So b1 minus b2 you do, you will get the answer. For first two or nothing. If they ask you to find left side somewhere, distance is given, you follow the same process, you will get the answer. See the third case. So this is most important for mains and other levels. Okay, when point is in cavity, that is given. Yeah, listen carefully, completely based on some geometry. Point is in cavity. Okay, this is the inward current. O dash, length is L, and here they given point P. Target is to find out field at this point. Field at this point. Okay, field at this point. Let me draw some diagram. See, this is O. Let me draw a little bit for understanding the geometry. O dash, and here the target is to find out field at P. So let us suppose this is at a distance of something R1 and this is at a distance of R2. So if you enlarge, you will get the diagram like this. This is what? R1. At that point, direction of the field, see, this is inward current. Current is into the board. I is equal to J A. Sorry, J is equals to I into A. Sorry. And due to this, see the direction of the field at this point. Due to this, I think you remember these directions covered in starting classes. So due to this, at point P, direction of the field is in this direction. Okay. So the direction of the field is B1. And this is at a distance of R2. Let us suppose this makes an angle theta1. This will make an angle theta2. And see, this is outward current. Outward current. At this point, direction of the magnetic field is in this direction. Recall the previous concept. So due to this outward current, direction of the field at this point is in this way. So this is B2. Okay, B1, B2 are very clear. Okay, mu naught I1 or I2, mu naught I by 2 pi r. If you write I as a J into A, okay, if you write I as a J into A, so J nothing but, sorry, what is J? J is I by A, I as, yeah, J into A nothing but area. Here in this situation pi r1 square. In second situation pi r2 square, small r1, small r2. Okay. Here what is B1, B2? B1, B2 just now got it. B1 is very clear. Mu naught J R1 by 2. Because inside the value, inside for solid cylindrical wire, inside mu naught J R1 by 2. Just recall the previous problem. Solid cylindrical wire, mu naught J R by 2. Just you see the previous solid cylindrical wire, B is equal to mu naught J R by 2. So mu naught J R by 2. B1, mu naught J R1 by 2. B2, let me write directly. B2, because this, we done it, this point is inside the wire. Point is inside the wire. Inside the solid cylindrical wire, we got last one, mu naught J R by 2. Check the previous one. B proportionals to R. Mu naught J R1 by 2. Mu naught J R2 by 2. Okay, mu naught J R2 by 2. B1, B2 we got it. Okay. See again, I am using one more geometry here. This is the point P. Here geometry will play the main role. Here this point is O dash. What is this angle? theta 1, this is theta 2, here B1, here B2. This is theta 1, no doubt this is also theta 1. Check it, theta 1 90 minus theta 1. These two are perpendicular, B1, B2 are perpendicular. Theta 1, this is 90, this is 90 minus theta 1. 90 minus theta 1 means this is theta 1. This is theta 2, 90 minus theta 2, this is nothing but theta 2. Verify correctly. Now resolve the B into two components. B1 in this one. Okay. So what is this? Entire length is L. R1, what is this? R1 cos theta 1. This one is R2 cos theta 2, and this line, just you check it. R1 cos theta 1, what is this line? This something PQ is R1 sin theta 1, R1 sin theta 1, of course, R2 sin theta 2. See, that is R1 sin theta 1 is equal to what? R2 sin theta 2. R1 component, R1 sin theta 1, see, R1 cos theta 1, R1 sin theta 1, R2 cos theta 2, R2 sin theta 2. See the height, R1 cos sin theta 1 is balanced by what? R2 sin theta 2. So R1 sin theta 1 is equivalent to R2 sin theta 2. Keep in mind, R1 sin theta 1, R2 sin theta 1. B1, what is this? Yeah, here B1 cos theta 1, B1 sin theta 1. B2, this is B2, resolution will place the main role. B2 cos theta 2, this is B2 sin theta 2. B1, so I got at point P. Target is next field we need to find. At P along horizontal direction, net field is B1 sin theta 1 minus B2 sin theta 2. What is B1? B1 mu naught J R1 by 2. Mu naught J is common by 2. So mu naught J R1 by 2, mu naught J R2 by 2. So everywhere mu naught J is common. R1 sin theta 1 minus R2 sin theta 2. But what is R1 sin theta 1, R2 sin theta 2? From the given diagram, R1 sin theta 1, R2 sin theta 2. So this height is same. If this is a h is equals to R1 sin theta 1. Of course, this h also equal to R2 sin theta 2. So see, R1 sin theta 1, R2 sin theta 1, these two are equal. What is the net field in horizontal direction? Net field in horizontal direction becomes 0. See the way. Along vertical direction, B net is balanced by B1 cos theta 1 plus B2 cos theta 2. B1 cos theta 1, B2 cos theta 2. What is B1? Mu naught J R1 by 2. So mu naught J, let me take outside. R1 cos theta 1 and this is R2 cos theta 2. But what is R1 cos theta 1 plus R2 cos theta 2? From here to here is R1 cos theta 1. From this to here is R2 cos theta 2. R1 cos theta 1, R2 cos theta 2, which is equivalent to L. So net field in vertical direction, mu naught J by 2 into L is the given answer. So this is the magnetic field if point P is inside. Inside means just see, covered already. See the previous problem. See the previous concept, Ampere circuit law. Inside, mu naught J R by 2. Mu naught J R1 because R1 distance by 2. This is mu naught J R2 by 2. Okay. See, this one is visible. Yeah, clear everything. See, geometry will play the main role. Identify correctly theta 1, theta 2. Here theta 2, theta 1. Practice twice or thrice. Okay, most important concept for all type of entrances, especially for JEE and other exams. Okay. Yeah, take this and see. Now almost I covered maximum number of models in moving charges and magnetism. Still so many are there, but anyhow we need to stop the chapter. Okay. So in nearly 14-15 hours, almost I covered plenty of models which are important for JEE and NEET and other exams. Of course, I covered concepts also, variety of concepts I covered. Okay, just you check somewhere calculations or if anything is done in a small mistakes. Okay, just you verify the calculations and practice all these things and apply this knowledge for any other type of book. Definitely you are going to solve the problems. Okay, listen twice or thrice based on your situation. Okay, based on anyhow this is a video. So based on your free time, just you see once or twice and try to write everything and practice these bits. Apply these bits from any other books. Means you try to solve different problems. Just you see from the starting onwards. I started with the B, direction of the B, and see. I forgot to tell you one thing. Directions of the B. Generally we use Ampere's thumb rule, right hand thumb rule. Here I use some arrow tip. I followed some simple technique. Tip edge right side is in, I told, and tip edge left side is out. Okay, this is my assumption because different lecturer will teach in different way, but final solution is same. Here for a easy point of view, for our convenience, just I follow tip edge right side in, tip edge left side out. Okay, and see, to find the magnetic force direction, I use Fleming's left hand rule, and I use the word Fleming's right hand rule. That's not exactly Fleming's right hand rule, that is right hand palm rule. So this is the magnetic field direction, current direction, force. Right hand palm rule. Keep in mind that is not a Fleming's right hand rule. Okay, I am revising once again. That is not a Fleming's right hand rule. That is a right hand palm rule. Okay, maybe in the video some 10 or 12 it is there. So just I use Fleming's left hand, immediately I use the word Fleming's right hand. That is not a Fleming's right hand, left hand, just right hand palm rule. Actually Fleming's rules will come in the next coming chapters like electromagnetic inductions. Those will play the main role in identifying the induced EMF and other things. If any magnetic field is changes, then we are going to use Fleming's rules. Okay, but here for our convenience I use it somewhere, but actual rule name is right hand palm rule. Right hand palm rule. Keep in mind. Okay, practice all these things. And somewhere I did some derivations. Derivations are your interest, means for applications like straight wire is B is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi d sin alpha plus sin beta. So at least you remember the formula. Try to apply the formula to solve variety of questions. Okay, so almost maximum levels are covered in moving charges and magnetism. So let me stop this chapter. So I request you to practice all these things once or twice if possible. Okay, listen the basics once again or twice at least. Definitely you are going to enjoy each and everything. Okay, so listen the first 2 to 3 classes twice or thrice. Then definitely you understand the theme of the chapter. Once we understand the direction of the magnetic field and what you are going to do, if you understand, then definitely we can enjoy each and every topic. And see, this is also not easy. See the geometry here. Okay, practice twice or thrice and solve problems from any type of book. Okay, so thank you. Let me stop this chapter. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.